it's very ironic that this is coming from the SEC now, like you said.
Yeah, they're the good guys now, I guess. The Clarity Act missed its deadline, and now it may not pass at all. There's jeopardy here, and you and I have been talking about this since what, like November or December last year. Everybody said that this was it was all but a foregone conclusion that it was going to get passed, and we're going to finally get that quote unquote clarity. But now the U.S. Senate has left Washington for its August recess without voting on the Clarity Act, the crypto industry's biggest legislative priority. And those guys go on vacation a lot, I got to say. The bill is supposed to finally define when digital assets fall under the SEC and when they fall under the CFTC, which is like one of the biggest things it's supposed to solve. The crypto industry has reportedly spent around 225 million pushing for the legislation and supporting crypto-friendly candidates. It's been quite effective in doing the latter, in supporting those candidates. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has scheduled a key procedural vote for September 15th. So everybody's looking at that date, but we're obviously going to see if that comes and goes without any actual result. But the Senate has very few working days left before the midterm elections happen. That recess, another vacation for those guys, making the window like really extremely tight. So the major sticking points include stablecoin rewards and yield, like we've been talking about relentlessly, anti-money laundering protections, and restrictions around government officials profiting from crypto. And that last point has kind of taken center stage. People have forgotten about the yield aspect. The banks are still not happy with this, but really nobody wants this to pass because they see the grift. They see how much politicians in the U.S. have been enriching themselves with cryptocurrency affiliation, which is sad because, you know, this is a transformative and useful technology when used correctly. But obviously the bad actors have hijacked it and made that the central use case for crypto. So a bill that has looked increasingly inevitable earlier this year is suddenly at real risk of collapsing and being pushed beyond 2026. Maybe it never happens at all. I think some version of this will happen eventually, but maybe not anything like this and anytime soon. But yeah, what do you think about this, Sasha?
Well, I think one thing that you said is going to kind of give us some light on what the possible outcome might be here, and that is the midterm elections. I think that many lawmakers are very, very engulfed in what that's going to look like. We've seen so much news and headlines around what is going to happen in the midterm elections. We talked about, even external organizations and governments like Iran that are kind of planning around this and trying to take action that is going to sway public opinion in one way or another. I don't think that crypto and the Clarity Act is the forefront of these lawmakers' minds when it comes there. I think it's job security essentially, and so the focus is going to shift towards that and away from any of this actual work that the lawmakers need to do. So I think the Clarity Act is going to suffer amongst a number of other initiatives that they've been juggling over the past year. But funny enough, we've got some interesting news on the back end of that. And so the SEC is supposedly moving on with crypto without waiting for Congress. With the Clarity Act stalled, they're preparing to move forward with their own major crypto rulemaking. So the SEC has scheduled an open meeting to consider new tailored regime for certain crypto asset offerings. And the proposal could create clearer exemptions and safe harbors for companies raising money through token-based investment contracts. It would be one of the SEC's first major attempts to create crypto-specific rules rather than simply forcing the industry into traditional securities regulations as we've been seeing over the past number of years. They set a meeting scheduled for August 14th, which is today. So the details are not final yet. The timing is significant, though, because we just talked about Congress failing to move forward with the clarity before the recess. So in other words, the SEC might be writing their own parts of America's crypto framework itself while Congress is still arguing around the legislation and shifting their focus more towards the midterm elections. So this doesn't necessarily tackle some of the bigger things that Congress has been talking about. More specifically, what you mentioned before, which is government officials profiting from crypto, but it does at least offer some quote unquote clarity. Yeah, what's your take, man?
Yeah, like the I can't help but think like the Congress going on recess while the regulators write the rules is the most American possible outcome. It's just hilarious to me. But the danger is regulatory fragmentation. Like the SEC can clarify security laws, but it can't solve the one of the bigger issues is the SEC versus the CFTC problem. And it kind of reminds me of that cliche in movies where the police and then the FBI and then the CIA all show up to the same crime scene and they're like, this is our jurisdiction. And they fight over it. So I think the same thing is happening between the SEC and the CFTC. Sorry, I keep stumbling over that. And yeah, these alphabet agencies are fighting each other for supremacy. But I think this is encouraging. Like, you and I both know for years the SEC was the boogeyman. Gary Gensler was the boogeyman. Why are these guys so cryptic? They could just say we're not allowed to do anything, and that would be better than what they got going on right now. It's just this opaque cloud. We're not sure what we're allowed to do, and nobody's telling us what we're supposed to be doing. So anything, any clarity, any rules, any regulation, even if you don't agree with it, it's a starting point because then you can fight it in court. You can operate around it. That's what we need in the U.S. and around the world, frankly, for AI, for all these technologies. We need like a base layer where we can approach these things and say, like, can we challenge this in court? Can we keep ourselves safe from rules we didn't even know existed? So yeah, I think it's nice that they're working on this because Congress obviously, I don't know, they control the Senate, the House, the judicial, everything, and they can't pass this one silly bill, which is, I think this is a big black mark. It's like a black eye on them because this is one of the things they campaigned hardest for too. Like, we're going to pass this day one, and now it's year two.
Yeah, yeah. It's very ironic that this is coming from the SEC now, like you said.
Yeah, they're the good guys now, I guess. Hey, it's your friend Mello from Arcanum Ventures. If you got any value out of this video whatsoever, we want to hear about it. Leave us a comment in the comment section. We look forward each and every week to reading those, and maybe give us a subscribe too, because we put out new content all the time, 4 or 5 videos a week. So maybe check one out now. Take it easy.